Welcome back. My name is Jordan, also known as Scraps. Today I will be teaching you another synth, and what better way to start off the synth with a Bizaaro Banana Man. The reason why I called it this is simply because it's so crazy and it sounds like something that would actually be used in trap step or trash step. It's actually pretty hard to come by because it's a very nasty pluck synth. So I'll play a demo of how it should sound with a previous synth played before. So I'll show you how to make this here in a minute. Alright, so in order to create this pluck synth, we want to create an instance of Maelstrom. Right-click the device and set it to Reset Device. We want this to be totally blank. So what I'm going to do for my mod wheel is take the shift to -64. I'm going to set my mod A rate all the way up to 127. I'm going to take my pitch all the way up, and I'm also going to take my shift all the way up as well. I'm going to set it to curve type 2. Next, for our mod B, set it to curve type 2. Set our rate to 1/8 and turn the volume all the way up and make sure it's set to A. Next, what we want to do is turn on our sine, our basically first oscillator. Make sure it's a sine wave, take it down an octave, boost the shift by 12, and set it to route to shaper A, and make sure it routes through filter B. So for filter B, we're going to take this to a negative comb. I'm going to set my negativeness to 114 and my resonance to 37. For our shaper, we're going to turn it on, and for the amount, we're going to set it to 94. And for filter A, I'm going to set it to a comb plus. Next, I'm going to take my frequency all the way down to 3 and my resonance to 18. Now if we play a few notes, we're in the right ballpark. So in order to create this a little bit wider, we're going to create an RV7000 Advanced Reverb. I'm going to actually use a preset. The preset is called All CL Long Haul. So I guess that's closed mic or something. Anyways, for the dry wet, take that to 41 and the decay to 43. I'm sorry, for the dry wet, take that to 17. It's very, very powerful. Make sure high EQ is on -17. Create a line 6 bass amp after this. Turn on threshold. Make sure threshold is set to 74. Next, we want to create a pulverizer. I'm going to turn my squash to about 12%, my dirt to 22%, my release to 56%, and as far as my filter, I'm going to set that to a comb. I'm going to set the frequency of the comb filter to 56.1 Hertz. Next, I'm going to take my peak and boost that to 57%. And for my follower to rate, set that to 41%. And make sure our rate is on, and make sure for this, just set it to 67%. For our threshold, we're going to bring that to 31. Our attack, 39, and our release to I'm sorry, I was daydreaming for a second, 77%. So after this, we're going to create two PEQ equalizers. 2 of them, because we're going to remove the signal in mid-process, post-process, because we want to eliminate certain frequencies before we add more distortion and more EQing. So basically I'm going to go through the notes and play a few notes and remove frequencies. So I can already tell I'm going to have to remove the one in the middle. Just cause. Okay, so next after this we want to create a screen for distortion. For the type we're going to set to tape. For the damage 41, leave P1 in the middle, and for P2 set that to 85. Turn on cut, take the low to -26. Turn on body, make sure your scale is set to 79 and your auto is set to 13. And for the type, turn it to C. After this, create a M-class equalizer. Turn on low cut, low shelf, and P1. For our low shelf, we're going to take it, I think we just leave the frequency in the middle and take the gain all the way down, and so is the Q. For P1, we're basically going to do the same thing as our low shelf, except just turn it off by 156 Hz. Okay, so once that is done, create a line 6 bass amp first, turn on the compressor, and after this, create a M-class maximizer. Take off limiter, put release to auto, turn on soft clip, and for the amount 127. And there you guys have it, your very own. I think this is the first trash step sound I made. Bizarre Banana Man. And I'll check you guys out later for another synth. Peace.